Since LEGO came out in 1932, they've released over 200 themes, some good, some not so good.
Now you can prepare for the ultimate battle.
Bionicle is the theme that means so much to so many people, but unfortunately I don't have any attachment to it. This is going to trigger so many people by putting it in the honorable mentions and not even the top 10, but I wanted to give it a shout out. Don't get me wrong, the sets are cool, but since I don't have any nostalgia for it, I couldn't put it in the top 10.
Arm the weapons and blast into action.
LEGO Superheroes was another theme that just made it out of the top 10. Not only are Marvel movies not good to begin with, the sets are even worse. The only reason this theme gets any attention is because of the big sets like the Avengers Tower. There are some cool other sets, which is why I put this one in the honorable mentions.
All aboard for Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry.
Harry Potter barely slid onto this list with 166 sets and released in 2001. While I personally don't care for Harry Potter, they did release some nice sets like the Hogwarts Castle, but this theme really needs a break. Just like Star Wars is known for gray ships, Harry Potter is known for another tan building.
Survive the secret traps.
Indiana Jones is the smallest theme on this list with only 22 sets that started in 2008, but they are really good. You can tell they really went for quality over quantity. We saw a reboot in 2023, and honestly, I wish they released more than just 4 sets. The Temple of Doom is a really great set, but my favorite has to be the Temple of the Crystal Skull. Escape from the Lost Tomb also might be the most fairly priced LEGO set of all time, with 600 pieces only for $40. I would have guessed this was at least a $60 set.
An evil giant rock monster is attacking, forcing the power miners to swing into action.
Power Miners is another beloved theme which I again have no attachment to. That being said, the sets are absolutely incredible. At one point I owned the underground mining station, and it might be the most playable set of all time. The theme with most Power Miner sets is they generally don't look very good and they're all focused around playability, which would annoy most adult collectors, but I actually really like it. It is really a shame Power Miners saw such a short lifespan as it did, and I have this theory that it got put out of business by Ninjago. Hint hint, I am not upset about that. LEGO Ideas came out in 2010 and has released a total of 67 sets so far. The really cool thing about this theme is that people can actually design their own sets, and the LEGO designers will redo it and make it an official set. And if you didn't know, the original designers get 1% of total profits, which is a super cool thing on LEGO's end. Shout out to the Medieval Blacksmith and the Old Fishing Store for being incredible LEGO idea sets. But my favorite of all time, and honestly one of my favorite sets in general, is Pirates of Barracuda Bay. This behemoth of a set can transform from a pirate ship back to a shipwreck island. Just ahead is LEGO Icons, previously known as Creator Export. They released a total of 80 sets and started in the year 2000. This set is known for their monstrous sets aimed for adults. My favorites are Rivendell and Barad-dûr, which you could argue should be put under Lord of the Rings, but since they're technically icon sets, I put them here. The Titanic and Eiffel Tower are also pretty cool, I just don't really care that much about them. Hot take, Barad-dûr, while as great as it is a little overrated and is going to turn into a dust ball in a couple years. I am fortunate enough to own Rivendell, and it is by far my favorite set in my collection. There are so many insane building techniques that you don't even realize until you go through the process.
Join Captain Jack Sparrow.
Pirates has seen a total of 85 sets since their release in 1989. Pirate sets just have this vibe I can't even explain. Like, they're just so simple, yet so elegant. Out of all of the pirate sets, my favorites have to be from the Pirates of the Caribbean line. The ships are arguably the 3 coolest pirate ships ever made, but just don't even get me started on how expensive they are. Pirates of the Caribbean also did an incredible job with their smaller $15 to $30 sets. The minifigures also have an insane amount of detail for coming out all the way back in 2014.
Strike back against the evil enemy.
Castle is yet another OG theme from 1979, and over the years they've released 275 sets, and for some reason I always get them mixed up with Pirates. I don't know, I guess they just give off the same vibe. Let me know if you agree. I know it's technically a LEGO Icon set, but I wanted to give the Lion Knight's Castle a shout out, as well as the Bricklink Designer Program's Black Falcon's Castle set, because they are 2 of the coolest sets ever. I'm really glad LEGO decided to bring the castle theme back in 2023 with the Lion Knight's castle, and then in 2024 the medieval market. Okay, here's an insane set idea. Battle packs with different castle factions. The first person to name every castle faction, I will give a shout out in the next video. Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit is yet another theme that is quality over quantity. Coming out back in 2012, we only saw 41 sets, unless you count the 2 sets from previous years, and honestly it's a shame we never saw more. They've released banger after banger, and it shows in the aftermarket with how expensive some of these sets are. Not only are the sets incredible, but the minifigures are some of the most detailed we've ever seen, especially King Theoden and King Aragorn. Say what you want about the new Rings of Power show, but it's the only reason they've revamped the theme. I would, however, like to see them go back to doing smaller playsets for the people who can't afford the $500 sets. But if you do have the expendable income, a giant Helm's Deep would probably be the next best thing since sliced bread. The Hobbit movies may not be as universally loved as Lord of the Rings, but their sets are just as good. Smaug by himself goes for $200 to $300.
But what about my sister? We're saving a girl? Is she hot?
Ninjago is LEGO's most profitable original theme, and it shows because it released in 2011 and it's still going. On top of that, they've released over 500 sets. Ninjago was supposed to end after its second season in 2013, but it's still going, which shows how much people love it. Collecting all of the ninja suits is one of the most fun aspects of LEGO collecting, at least for me. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of the newer sets do suck. The OG sets and the Ninjago City sets are some of my favorite sets in my collection. While every other original LEGO theme got cancelled after a couple years, Ninjago still receives waves and waves of sets.
A man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Psych! With the ATTE, victory is...
You all knew Star Wars was going to be number 1, but did you know that is the only reason LEGO is still around today? In 2003, LEGO filed for bankruptcy, and its license with Star Wars is the only thing that pulled it out of the gutter. Not only is Star Wars the best movie franchise ever, it's also the best LEGO theme ever. Don't get me wrong, they make tons of duds, but for the most part, the sets are incredible. 2008 to 2015 was the LEGO Star Wars golden era, and we saw what LEGO was really capable of. It's a real shame LEGO has become lazy and just doesn't put in the effort that they used to. LEGO Star Wars is perhaps the only LEGO theme that will continue forever as long as LEGO is still in business. I'm sure everybody here has already spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars worth of Star Wars LEGO. That being said, that wraps up the top 10, I guess technically top 12 LEGO themes of all time. We've picked out the best from a total of 200 themes, so make sure to let me know your top 10 in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching. More LEGO videos coming up on the end screen now.